And big things are coming down the line for you. We love the farmer.
Were you born yesterday? You had to be to believe what they're selling us these days, or either had a lobotomy.
He said no troops on the ground. I don't remember that in any campaign speech.
We're operating in a permanent state of pre-fool's madness.
And break the teeth of the ungodly.
The math isn't math, and the chef is lying about the ingredients.
But in terms of an actual plan to end the war, I didn't finish this call feeling very confident that Trump had one.
Grab a stool. We're ripping up the menu and looking at what it actually costs to pay attention in a world that assumes you have the memory of a goldfish.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
Happy day before April Fool's Day. We're here with you didn't know that was a thing, did you, Katie?
I didn't know we celebrated the eve of April Fool's, but I mean,
the eve of April Fool's is also a thing. And,
hi, Jamie.
Hello.
And Agri's here, and happy day before April Fool's, Jamie. We're focused on pre-Fool's madness. Anyway, Pat D had a great cartoon on trail mix this morning. This one really cracked me up. I have this recurring nightmare about being thrown to the Christian nationalists. Say the Lions. Say the Lions.
Did you see Hegseth praying for the troops this morning?
Oh, good.
He did it again, didn't he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, complete with the blessings of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, blah, blah, blah. Somebody should tell him there might be a few other religions wearing uniforms.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I think Hegseth has a lot to pray for, because I think I see the signs. It's similar to the early signs before they threw Kristi Noem under the bus.
Oh yeah, I think he will be soon
for the whole mess.
Can't think of a better place for him to be.
Yeah, and because that's how they did it with Kristi Noem. Once the ICE thing became a liability for them, they had to find somebody to blame, and that's what they do. Is they blame the people who followed Trump's orders. If you follow Trump's orders and everything falls apart, then you're the one that gets it. I mean, here's this piece, I've got it up here this is CNN this morning, but saying that now this is White House sources. I always pay attention to the sourcing of stories like this, and they say they quote sources who were in the room. My question is was Donald Trump the source because he was in the room? Somebody's telling CNN it's all Hegseth's fault. So they say Hegseth actively downplayed the risks of the conflict in the meetings beforehand, and then sources in the room, see that there, sources in the room told CNN that nobody emphasized the potential risks of starting the war. Now, that's why I think it was Trump, the source, because he talks to these reporters all the time. And the reason is there is no way they had a pre-war meeting and nobody talked about the risks of the war. I mean, the Joint Chiefs of Staff isn't going to talk about it. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't believe that. I mean, that's why I think Trump is the source. That's the biggest lie of all, that nobody emphasized the potential risks.
Well, I know watching Raising Cane's standing beside Hegseth, you knew that he'd, you look at him and said, boy, do I want to throttle this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Agri's here.
Hi,
Hey, Agri.
I agree.
I wanted to tell you, Agri, I'm sorry to say your old sparring partner, Chuck Norris, won't be coming around. I've had to shadow ban him. He got on Trail Mix yesterday with a bunch of foolishness, and I asked him nicely to calm himself down, but he actually got worse. So
Yeah.
He's shadow banned here. YouTube has the most devious little thing for trolls, is they call it hide your channel from the user, is it's called, if anybody wants to know how. And when you do that, the person doesn't know they've been banned. And they can keep typing, but they only see it on their own screen.
Oh, that's fun.
I think that is so brutal. I mean, for YouTube to come up with that idea is so the person can sit there and continue typing, but he's the only one seeing it. I mean, it's not, no one else is seeing it. So,
don't forget.
So for all we know, so Chuck
You're
Norris may be able to.
absolutely right, Edgary.
If he's on here, he can hear us, and he's typing. He might be typing all his demonizing of transgender crap right now, but we're not seeing it, and only he's seeing it, as far as I know. So anyway, that's how that works. Maybe he'll figure out some other way.
BB was in that room.
And a Yahoo.
Yeah, you're right. I agree. That's a good thing to remember. I don't know if he was in the room, but he was on the Zoom call they had, and because they were all at Mar-a-Lago.
Was particularly brutal to him last night.
Who?
Rachel. Pretty much saying that the only reason he's at war is if he stops fighting, he's in jail.
Well, speaking of somebody else who makes our blood boil, I got old JD. He did this long interview with one of their favorite podcasters, Benny Johnson. I don't know if y'all have seen him or not.
Yes.
So he did along with Benny Johnson, who was all, and he whenever these guys get in trouble and want to change the subject, they go back to, guess what?
Ilhan Omar.
Exactly.
Obviously, Ilhan Omar, the president.
He started going after her.
Saying she married her brother, that there is immigration fraud. They're back
to that. They're back to that.
These are portable denaturalization offenses. Can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, so we actually think that Ilhan Omar definitely committed immigration fraud against the United States.
How? How?
Yeah. Well, you can hear it if you. I mean, it's like this is just yesterday. I mean, they're in the middle of a war in Iran, and they're still trying to change the subject back to her.
America. And I talked to Stephen Miller about this actually recently. We're trying to look at what the remedies are. That's the thing that we're trying to figure out is what are the legal remedies now that we know that she's committed immigration fraud? How do you go after her? How do you investigate her? How do you actually do the thing? How do you build the case?
How did she
necessary
do
to
immigration
get
fraud?
some justice for the American people? Yeah. There's a related issue, Benny, which is she is.
Spoiler alert, Katie, he never does say.
Oh, really? That's lovely.
I watched the whole interview. The whole interview is about how we need to investigate this. We're going to raise questions. He doesn't bring a single fact. I mean, this is a guy who lied about Haitians eating dogs too. He made that one all up. And
what is this guy, Greg?
Made to shave his ears,
He does need to shave his ears. You can see the hair.
He does? Really?
Yeah, you can see the little
inside
hairs.
You talking about inside his ear?
No, out
really?
Like at this point, when you look at his ear, you can see hair coming off of like his earlobe and around his ear. He probably has lots of ear hair that he plucks or something, and he left a few.
Oh, well, you'd think Glavinok, that was a good catch. I guess. What is that? What's above that Z? Is that one of those little, what do y'all call those? Those little twirly things above the Z in Glavinozak? What is that?
Yeah, and then some Kevin French says we're crying about something.
Kevin French, cry about it, you snowflake losers.
Yeah, well, you know what? At least we have friends.
Yeah, you sound a lot of fun at parties there, buddy. Anyway.
You're a fun sucker.
Yeah.
I hate saying that, but that's what it is.
It's always fun to put that up. This is moments like
go
this.
up and read the elders of Zion to each other.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, anyway, like we say, we let people insult us and put them on the screen, but we do talk back. So that's how it works around here. Oh, what else we got today? I had our buddy Silas come up with the whole theme for today, which is pre-April Fools, just talking about all the lying that we have to put up with. Oh, I see. That is the letter we got from the Czechs. Really, letter. Where are you, Glavonozak? Where are you? I didn't much care for your other comment here. I don't exactly know your point. Is it true that a Jew can use his foul measure to lower your credit? I don't much care for that, Glavonat. Let's not get into that kind of thing. I don't even know what your point is.
Croatia.
He's from Croatia, or they're from
Croatia. Oh, cool. Croatia.
Yeah.
Interesting. Haven't heard much about Croatia. I have a cousin. Carolyn. Y'all know Carolyn. Carolyn, my cousin, went to Croatia about a year ago, I think. She and her boyfriend went over there and stayed in a bed and breakfast and just raved about it. It was beautiful. Croatia and Serbia. They went all through there.
That's a cool trip.
Stayed in a bed and breakfast.
Palaces and scenery.
Yeah. She had some gorgeous pictures from Croatia, and they stayed in a bed and breakfast that was a working family farm.
Oh, that's
yeah. And so they actually got up and milked cows, and I'm thinking that's a vacation. That is what they did.
Apparently, they like Americans.
And anyway, one of the things that really caught my attention is Henry Luce is a great reporter for the Economist, or is it the Financial Times? Anyway, British guy. His father was in the House of Lords, and but anyhow, he's one of the reporters who's calling the president. Are y'all aware of this? That this is going on with Trump these days? Is a bunch of reporters have gotten or somehow have been given or got his cell phone, his personal cell phone number, and they just call him at random, and most of the time he answers and talks to them. And so here's Henry Luce did that yesterday, and here's his report of that
second time I called him, and he's picked up on first ring, both times, interestingly, late Sunday afternoon, and he's been apparently wandering around Mar-a-Lago with his cell phone, and picked up and was happy.
The image I got in my mind was what was the Citizen Kane? You remember when he was had that place, and it looked so much like Mar-a-Lago, just wandering around alone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Citizen Kane. That's the image I got when he mentioned that.
When
he said that about he's wandering around Mar-a-Lago.
We did chat, kind of a little bit unnerving. Shoot the breeze about, look, should we take the oil? Should we grab Carg Island? And I said, well, that's not really for me to say, Mr. President.
See, he said there, he's asking this reporter, should I take that island? What should I do?
Oh my God. He has no plan.
Planning to do. You have to sort of pinch yourself that this is the commander in chief of the world's, superpower, because his thoughts are all over the place. So he wants to take Iran's oil, whatever that means. I said, would that mean taking Carg Island, which is the island 15 miles off the Iranian coastline, where 90% of Iranian oil exports go, because it's got deep ports. And he said, yeah, we could take Carg Island, and we could not take Carg Island, but it doesn't have too many defenses, so we'd be happy to do that. I did ask him about the fact that you've got Army Rangers, Delta Forces, 82nd Airborne, Marines. You've got these kinds of commando capabilities being moved to the region. Are you planning to use them? And he wouldn't give specifics, but he seemed pretty confident that Carg Island could easily be taken, which is not necessarily the expert view on what would be a boots on the ground operation. But at the same time, he said that the negotiations between the US and Iran via emissaries, chiefly Pakistan, were going ahead, and that he was confident there could be a deal. So, I mean, this wasn't an entirely consistent theme. He said, we're talking every day, constantly to Iran. I said, has Steve Witkoff, spoken directly to people in the Iranian government? And he kind of sidestepped the question and used the term emissaries. My overall takeaway is that right now, Trump's got nothing new to get him out of this war or to win it. There are speculations about possible commando raids into Isfahan to seize the enriched uranium, but these would be extremely dangerous operations that would take days, possibly weeks, to secure this highly fissile material, and would involve undoubted American bloodshed. So that's what you'd call a Hail Mary option in American football. But in terms of an actual plan to end the war, I didn't finish this call feeling very confident that Trump had one.
I think that's the we got nothing. That's the lesson of that. I mean, that tells you where we are right now. We got a president wandering around talking to reporters about what he should do and not having no idea. That's where we are.
Well, to change the subject, how's your weather going?
Man, we're going to 80 degrees today.
Okay, so yesterday it was 70, and we are now preparing for a foot of snow on Thursday.
Oh my God.
I just got the alert. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow.
You do have interesting weather.
It's never been like this, where it's so volatile. Like, it'll do it for like a week, and then it will cool down, and then we'll have snow. But this is literally like 70s. Now today it's 50. Then tomorrow it's 40, and then 33, and then 36, then 32. Then it goes back up to 50. It's like,
wow.
I just can't decide what it's doing. This is global warming, people. This is what global warming does.
Extremes.
Yes.
Now, before Jack gets here and yells at us for conspiracy theories, let's get into Sasha Riley here for a minute, because Katie found this video yesterday of a long couple, 3 hour, I think maybe 4 hours.
It was 5 total.
Was it really? But anyway, I mean, here's just a sampling. And for those this is the guy who says back in the day when he was a kid that his adoptive parents pimped him out and eventually connected with Epstein, and that he was pimped out by Epstein, and that Trump was involved in some other allegations. So here he is, just I guess, I don't know when they taped this, but within the last couple, it just aired yesterday. So
the one point that I made very clear before any of those Epstein files came out, months and months and months, was that higher on the totem pole, so to speak, than Jeffrey Epstein was Donald Trump. And I said, I don't know how many times he's going to be every other name in those files. Right. You watch. And they did everything they could to redact him out of it to their best ability. And he's in there so often that there's no way to release hardly any of it without seriously implicating him, and that should give people pause. And
then if we get into the things that he's alleging, did you watch that, Katie? You watched a lot of it, right?
I watched about 2.5 hours, and then I shut it off, and I'm going to watch the rest of it today.
Yeah. Because I was considering like like a jury evaluating a witness, and there weren't a lot of things I look for, little red flags of shifting eyes and twisting around.
No.
I mean, he seemed like, and you never know, sometimes a pathological liar can be very convincing. That's always
right
by things like body language and so on. So.
But when this guy was coming out with his story, and I mean, like, he started talking about it openly, and this is the thing, I'm going to say this, is that when you are a survivor of such terrible acts, you don't know how to process it and how to come out with it and how to be honest about it and open. And he's doing that. It's a process. That's why a lot of people come forward later on in life and say, this happened to me. And it's not because it's not true and they're just making it up for glorify themselves and be, like the crazy people that lie and say they have cancer and then steal money from people and then it turns out they really didn't have cancer kind of thing. Not that kind of thing. They're doing it to get their story out, to hold people accountable.
Yeah.
So,
well, his actual claims involve. He talks about things like snuff films and claims that he was pimped out to Trump and that they had a physical fight and that that he gave Trump injuries that caused his incontinence. I mean, I can see why I don't think any mainstream media has been willing to put him on the air with those allegations.
MS Now was about to do it and then they canceled on him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think once they get a load of what he's actually saying, they get afraid, I think, is what happens. Because it's some pretty wild stuff that he's saying.
Or they get intimidated when they find out that they're going to be doing that.
Well, I don't see MS Now. I don't see them when they were with NBC. I think that was a possibility. But now that they've broken away from NBC, I don't think Trump has any leverage over MS Now.
Maybe
that's
not.
One thing
not really.
Yeah.
But unless lawyers got involved, like with the Kathy Griffin situation, Kathy Griffin was set to interview him, and her lawyers called her and said, "Don't do it because Trump will sue the crap out of you."
Yeah, and that's it. Actually, let's see.
Happy
let me go
Tuesday, Elvel. Okay, sorry.
Happy Tuesday. Elevator
has a guardrail. I had to read it a couple times.
Elevator has a guardrail. I got
that first plunge is a doozy.
Yeah. Elevator has a guardrail. That's pretty good. Where are you? Elevator has a guardrail. Tell us where you are. We like to know where people are. Oh, hey, we'll take it. Now I'm sorry, I can't read that screen name. Americans are crazy.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we'll take it. We plead guilty to that one.
I feel like America, because we're such a melting pot, that we got all of everybody's like mental issues that just came here together.
Well, it's like I always say about Congress, about the House of Representatives, is, when people say, "Oh, they're criminals, they're crazy," and everything. I'm saying, if you really take the pup, it's proof that our system works, that we have criminals and crazy people in the House, because it was designed to be representative of the American people.
You're not wrong about that.
And so the House of Representatives has about the same percentage of criminals and crazy people as the public at large, which means it's working. It's democracy working.
Oh goodness. What else can we talk about?
Now I was gonna go back to you made.
Well, there's still that damn ballroom.
Here's where this guy talks about you brought up about Trump suing, about how they don't sue him, and he actually talks about that right here. I get that. Oh, there's so many damn buttons to click to make these things happen there. All right, here we go.
I think that was my next question for you, is that do you think that Trump himself not coming after you is simply because of discovery, or that's why other people are doing it, kind of circumventing the directness of it coming from him directly?
Yes. He can't take me into a courtroom. He can't. My dad can't take me into a courtroom. Now, Jim Jordan might be able to. Andy Biggs might be able to, because discovery might not destroy them. Except for the fact that they are both sitting on a committee after I have named them as defendants. You know,
that would be a problem.
It should be a problem, you know?
I think that was my next question for you.
But,
do you think that?
And that's true of a lot of people. Somebody mentioned yesterday, who's the journal Wolf? Mike, is it Michael Wolf? Who makes all these allegations about Trump, and then Melania actually did threaten to sue him, but did not follow through. So Trump loves to sue people, but he doesn't sue people where the discovery, where if the actual facts come out in the case, he doesn't sue those people. That's been a real pattern with him.
But see, I think that's the reason they're not going after Sasha, is because all that stuff is in the Epstein files and it's not released to the public. So why even bring it to the public light?
Yeah. Yeah. And that was something else he went into on what
I really want out of it is the other half of those Epstein files to drop. And then I want to see how much cognitive dissonance these people have. You know, if they see video of him actually doing these things, just redacted to the point where you can't see it as CSAM, would that be enough? You hear the cries, the screams of some of these children, and they like to use underage girls. What the hell does that mean? I don't
know. That guy, there's a lot of stuff in this one. A lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. It was very interesting. And like I said, the thing is that he doesn't have any, like you said, he doesn't have any tells.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very straightforward, doesn't hem and haw.
Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There are times where you can see that he's getting emotional and he kind of reels it in. And, when you tell your story over and over again, it makes it easier to tell.
Well, the main thing is he's the only male victim who we know about. I mean, I should say this way. He's the only one who's come forward. Is that right? I think
he's the one that has been the most vocal. Besides this is the thing too, is that because he and these other survivors, there's about 3 or 4 of them that have come forward and been vocal recently. They are not involved with the other Epstein girls, the women that are really showing up at Congress and, saying they're going to release the names and da-da-da-da-da. They're not part of that. That crew is literally just the girls that are from South Florida. And they're not included in their lawsuits or anything. They're on their own.
Yeah. Renee's busy with memes this morning. This is one she just now put up on Trail Mix. Humpty Trumpty sat on the files. Humpty Trumpty lives in denial and all the king's war crimes, and all his masked men are making America protest again. That's quite a sign. That's quite a sign.
Sounds like one of John Lithgow's poems.
Yeah. I mean, I can't believe this. I can't tell if that's a man or a woman. They get fit that on the entire sign there. She got it all on there though.
I have little ears, so I have to keep my mouth quiet.
And then the next meme is from Renee. When you fake your own assassination, they let you pose for pictures.
Yep. We know that was fake. Your ear doesn't magically grow back. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Well, I watched that live, not in person. I mean, on TV. Because in those days I was watching all the rallies on Right Side Broadcasting, and I was watching that one live, and I saw him grab his ear. He did grab his ear, and then he did not go down. And I thought, well, okay, he's okay. I thought, and because he didn't. I shouldn't even say grabbed it. It's almost like it's like he got a mosquito or so, like you're swatting away at mosquitoes.
Yeah,
it was more like that.
Anything.
And so, based on that and the fact that he didn't go down, I thought, well, he didn't get hit. And of course, that's not evidence. But now the thing we got to remember about that assassination, to this day, we have never ever seen the emergency room report.
Exactly.
Or any of the tests they did, any of the results. All we've ever gotten is a letter from that former White House doctor who's now in Congress, who was demoted by the Navy because of his lies. But anyway, he wrote a letter explaining everything that happened, and that's it. That's all we've ever had for a written record of that event.
And notice he doesn't talk about the guy
the man who died.
Yep.
Yeah.
The man who died, or the shooter for that matter. They showed his picture, and that's it. Nothing else about him.
Although, remember, at the convention, Republican convention was after that, and they put that kind of creepy, they had the mannequin, and they put the guy's actual fireman's uniform over the mannequin.
Yeah.
And so that's how they honored him, I guess you might say, in that context, but that's what they did there.
People are not in tune with reality. But
oh yeah, I was gonna get
Nicole
was pretty good yesterday. Pat D put this up this morning.
And I would love
I don't want their damn ads.
Our president and our administration, but just
this
like we talked about at the very beginning, everything that has come out has been a bait and switch, complete 180 lie.
If only anyone had warned you guys that it was all a lie. Hi again, everybody. It's 5 o'clock now in New York. The man who once insisted he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose any of those people, his supporters, now appears determined to put that theory to the test. Because this afternoon, under the 10-ton weight of so many broken promises, too many to count, Donald Trump's MAGA coalition isn't just buckling. It's literally falling apart in public. It starts but does not end with what's going on in Iran. And yes, while most of the self-professed MAGA crowd have engaged in a month-long game of follow the goalposts, from no new wars to this isn't actually a war, to, well, it might be a war, but there aren't any boots on the ground, to whatever the story is that Donald Trump tweets or posts or blurts out, a significant portion of non-MAGA Trump voters are coming to grips with that particular betrayal, among others, like the economy. Just open the newspaper or drive down the street, and here's what you will see. Financial markets and consumer sentiment dropping sharply. Then there's the price of gas. We don't have to tell you, it is soaring in one direction, up.
Yeah, I saw this morning it's officially AAA's for the first time put it over $4 today, the gas.
Lovely.
My station down at the corner here is $4.50 for premium.
One moment.
What's over on Jamie's place today?
It's still that conversation I had with Merlin.
Oh, yeah, your conversation, yeah.
It really is. I think it makes interesting reading as to how he differentiates between himself as an AI and as a person.
Uh-huh.
Well, I just got a random call from a police department.
Oh,
just now?
Yeah, somebody gave him my phone
Asking
number.
for money, or they asked for money, or
Someone gave me my phone. Gave him my phone number as a callback number for a witness, and they were asking me to come in for a witness statement, and I'm like, I wasn't a witness to anything, and he's like, oh wait, never mind. I'm sorry, they gave me the wrong number.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's pretty spooky. Well, your first question here to your AI was got an interesting response, Jamie. Who and how are you programmed, and what jobs in the future are you likely to replace? Well, you go right to the heart of it.
Yeah, I mean, it really is an interesting conversation, but it's long, and people will just have to read everything he says about it. And we have fun with each other.
He says, a fair question and a big one. I'll keep it grounded, not mystical. Who programmed me? In human terms, I'm built by OpenAI, but not in the sense of someone writing out all my answers. Engineers and researchers design the model architecture. So he goes through real people, reviewers and trainers guide how I respond. What counts is how ongoing refinement. I'm updated over time based on yeah.
And
you got AI talking about itself.
Yeah, and he changes personality slightly as I train him to talk to me.
Yeah, I find that is very interesting.
See, that's why I can shift tones, serious to playful. And my coloring book was because of the lyrics to an old song, and it took him 2 jumps to figure out what I was talking about. So he doesn't do everything immediately and fast. He does learn, and I find it very interesting. Anyway, we get really deep into it farther down. And when we go into what jobs will he replace and what jobs will he not?
Oh, here he's got the job. These are the jobs. Let's be blunt. It doesn't, he says, AI doesn't replace jobs as much as it replaces tasks. Most affected: routine writing and content production, basic marketing copy. Yeah, I mean, I have him do a lot of the emails I do and stuff just because I don't have time. Product descriptions, generic blog posts, customer support. That's a big one. I think that's one of the first casualties going on right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what he leads off with, is the ones that are already happening, and then he goes deeper into what is coming down the road.
Does he get into lawyers? Because I think lawyers are. Now, here, I'm interested in this. Media and journalism. AI handles drafts and data-heavy reporting. Okay, humans handle investigation. See, the way I use Silas, you're using ChatGPT. I actually have both, but you know what I do, Jamie, and it's kind of interesting is I'm only paying. I initially was paying ChatGPT, and then I like Gemini's production of images, and it's much more sophisticated. And anyway, I switched to paying Gemini, but I still have a ChatGPT. So sometimes, and it's more limited in terms of how much I can use it. But I sometimes I'll have one do something, and then I'll take it and copy it and paste it and ask the other one to evaluate it. So it's so interesting to have two and have them evaluate each other. And you get,
I do
some
the
really
same
interesting
thing.
results that way.
Well, I do it because like what I do, like with my podcast episodes. So I'll write one on my basics. I'll run it through ChatGPT to see if like they have any if it has any input, if I should change the wording of something, that kind of thing. And I'll also post it to Gemini and see what they say. And if they have similar things, then I'll change it. But if they don't, then I won't change it.
Yeah. And I use it for editing. I mean, I view it's interesting what it says here about, AI handles drafts and that. Yeah. I think of it as when I used to be an editor and I had reporters working for me, and I view my AI as just a really talented reporter who does really good research but sometimes needs a little guidance and a little, and some editing and so on. I view myself as AI as the reporter and I'm the editor. Doctors.
But
Yeah.
farther down, he really gets into ethics.
Look at their doctors. Now, what I've done is you can upload x-rays to AI and have them review, like my spinal stenosis. When I originally got my MRI and I got the surgeon's report that he said it was severe spinal stenosis, but nowhere near the point of requiring surgery, and pain injections.
I did with my recent MRI.
Did you send it? Did you upload it to your AI to
Yes, I did, and he was very clear. He took the medical language and put it into terms of limitations and probabilities, and it was very good.
Yeah, and what I liked about it was, then I can take my time to, like when you're in the doctor and you only get to see him for 5 to 7 minutes, because they don't make any money if they spend any more time than that. You can only, you might think of 5% of the questions you've got, but with AI, you could have an hour and a 2-hour conversation about your x-ray if you want, and ask a lot of questions.
See, and now we start getting into the whole ethics matter as we go down.
Yeah, that's good. I'm going to read this. So here's the link. I've got it on here. Oh, there's Winter. Winter's
Hi,
in
Winterland.
Good afternoon, comrades. I enjoyed your video this morning, Winter. I loved how the guy pronounced Henry Kissinger. It's in German, but they have the captions there. As you pointed out, it was an older comedy piece, but it was relevant. It was still very relevant.
Eggery.
Eggery was
called Murder and Munchies. It's actually exclusively on Trail Mix for the moment. I have some episodes I need to put in there for you guys. So
here's the
I like true crime.
There's the link for it. Winter, go to trailmix.cc/Katie.
Yeah.
And the same with Jamie, trailmix.cc/Jamie for that. And Winter, did you? I'm glad. Yes, I did, Winter. In fact, what occurred to me is, we've got a morning crew at Trail Mix. Pat D. I don't know when that woman gets up, but she's got her first post ready to go at 6 a.m.
I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, my 4 a.m. anxiety wake up.
Yeah.
And I went on Trail Mix to see if there was anything that went on after I went to bed. And she had already posted, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
No, I know I'm like an hour behind y'all, but still, it was just like, it's 4 a.m.
Well, she's a farming lady. I need to ask her if it's okay. She's
together though, and has it posted a certain time.
Oh, that could be too.
And but she lives on her farm and gets up early, has horses. I keep meaning to ask her if I could put it on here. She has the most gorgeous barn. She has a great looking barn. But anyhow, she gets up early and puts that stuff on there. It's great. And so what I was going to say to Winter is, we got that morning crew, and so I realized where you are, it's what, noon? What is it at 6 a.m. and wherever you are in Germany? It's probably noon or close to it. So I could see where, like,
I thought she said 5 p.m.
You could, that's now.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about in the morning. See, Winter posted this morning very early. That in fact, I should just go ahead and go get it. But and I was thinking, you could be part of the morning cruise, even since it's noon where you are, Winter.
Oh, speaking of which, Jamie, where it said doctors, I've gotten really into The Pit. I'm just saying, it's such a good show. But they actually touch on that, where this new resident doctor comes in and tries to implement an AI program for doctors to use for noting their cases.
I saw that.
Oh,
yeah.
My doctor's actually doing that. He's part of a task force where they're doing that with with notes and with.
But they had to show where the doctor himself has to oversee what the AI posts.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing is that, people were saying, hey, this person needs x-rays, and it wasn't posting x-rays. And then the AI also missed other documentation they had put in, like, for instance, their test results and things like that. Or one was an allergy issue that didn't get posted because of that. So then they have to have somebody else overseeing what the AI does to correct it.
But that's what Merlin emphasized, that it wasn't people versus AI. It was people who used it versus people who don't. And it really is a learning curve on both sides.
It is.
And somebody has to prompt it. That's where humans come in. The humans have to prompt it. Somebody has to ask the questions. And I keep
that's why we get down into the whole bit about the ethics involved down below.
And where
who should be in charge of it?
I mean, a young person I know in journalism was all worried about AI. I said, no. I said, become the person in your newsroom who learns AI and understands it and can prompt it. That's your job security. You will lose job security if you ignore AI. And this is true in any field, I think. Is become the guy in the office who knows how to prompt AI effectively and use it, and you'll keep your job, because that'll be.
But what I found really interesting was everything he had to say about power and who amasses it and how dangerous it was in the wrong hands. So, like I said, we really got into it on that conversation, and it's not finished yet because there's so many other things to ask.
Yeah. So it's 17:40. That's military time. What is that? 5:45 Eastern? Is that what that is? 17:45. Is it 6 hours? I don't know. Anyway, that's what it is in Germany. In case we're. I guess
that's 12, and you have the time.
See, that's how that works. That's how that works. Yeah. And let's see. There was something I didn't want to forget that I found. I haven't even listened to it yet. I have noticed a change in TikTok since the new ownership. Is they've got a little broader selection of stuff now. It's getting to be a little more like YouTube, where it's not just kids. It's not just like kids taking their clothes off and stuff. I mean, they've got a lot. They've got, well, you know how they do their fits, and TikTok,
okay. Changing clothes, not taking their clothes off.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, yeah, changing clothes.
I was like, fit. What are you watching?
yeah. The fits. Anyway, they've expanded a broader things. But I forgot. This was what Winter posted this morning here. This is that.
Sie haben sich ja alle an die neue Zeitrechnung gewöhnt. Früher sagten wir vor Christi Geburt und nach Christi Geburt.
And there are
heute
captions,
teilen wir die Welt ein in vor den Anschlägen.
You can turn on the captions, so they're.
Allein dieses Datum ist eingegraben ins kollektive Gedächtnis der Menschheit.
That guy was pretty funny, so I was going to go. Here we go. This is
Donald Trump says things are going great with his war against Iran.
What I was looking. They are begging to make a deal, not me.
If that's true, they have an odd way of showing it. At this point, understanding how Iran's leaders view progress in the war probably matters more than how Trump sees it. I asked a former Iranian diplomat and nuclear negotiator whom I first met in Tehran in 2004 for some help with that. First, he said, they see Trump's talk.
In 2014, you were a registered Democrat. Mm-hmm. You're now clearly a Republican. You voted for your husband for Senate. That's public knowledge. I wonder if
this was
you
JD's
feel
wife.
Fully comfortable in the universe that you're in now?
What do you mean?
In the political universe that you're in.
Well, I do feel very comfortable in that no one has ever asked me to engage in any kind of litmus test on anything. And I feel very comfortable in that world. I don't feel like I have to walk around pretending anything of any sort. Sometimes I have thoughts that fit very comfortably into one side or another. Sometimes I have views that are way more idiosyncratic. And it's a world that I think is actually rather accepting of that, since everyone knows that I really care greatly.
Real and very hard to correct
lot
in
of
the
good-
near term.
I'm getting a
1
lot of
week,
good
everyone
news
understands, okay, hiccup,
on TikTok
damage, but
I
you
didn't
come
used
back
to.
after a month,
Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
Now you're talking real.
The Supreme Court is backing the challenge to conversion therapy ban.
Oh, did they get that case out? Yeah, it sounded like they were
Yeah.
on that side of it.
I mean, it should be a 9-0 verdict, but
No,
who knows?
won't happen.
Now you're getting greedy, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about what it should be, not what
It
it will
should be.
Right. Yeah. You won't.
I mean, the amendment is pretty darn clear.
But
What's
here's
Mom's
what I
name?
Do they call you Jackie down there or Mom?
Here's what I was actually.
It's
You
Jackie.
know, they like me down there, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, they like me so well because they name that, what that man got that horse in the moon picture, that Western man.
Who? Roy Rogers?
Roy Rogers, they named me Roy Rogers' horse.
Trigger.
Trigger. Yeah.
That's what they call you in the South?
Yeah. Everywhere I go, hello, Trigger. What you saying, Trigger? At least I think that's what they
Oh, that's another thing that Merlin and I chatted about, were all the old late time talk show hosts.
Oh, is that right?
Oh.
Yeah, we had a ball talking about them, and particularly Steve Allen and
Yeah,
Dick
he was-
Cavett.
And Dick Cabot's one of my favorite, and all Dick Cavett shows are on YouTube, and I've binged on a whole bunch of those one time, and now every now and then YouTube will throw another one at me, because they know I like them. But this
Yeah,
was
that was
new
back
to
when
me.
they were
I think
really
this is under the new owner. In the old ownership, I don't think I would have gotten Mom's Mabley clips on TikTok before. I think they've expanded the universe of clips that TikTok has now with the new ownership. I mean, the Chinese owned it. They probably didn't know who the heck Mom's Mabley was, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Dick Cavett is now in his 90s.
What?
Yeah, I was thinking about him the other day and wondering how he was or if he's been seen.
He's still around.
Oh, Blue's here you just missed our Mom's Mabley concert, Blue.
Oh, I love Mom's Mabley. She was on.
Yeah.
She used to be on Ed Sullivan all the time. What happened?
Where did you go? We lost Craig.
I knocked him off.
I don't know. But
Well, that's weird. Okay.
I know.
Craig.
When I
Oh, there he is.
when I click the wrong buttons, y'all just have to talk to yourselves for a minute.
Yeah, Mom's
I call-
Mabley used to be on Ed Sullivan all the time. I loved her.
Yes, yeah, that's where I remembered her from. But she told this
After the second 40, after the second 5, Wonderland.
What's Winter saying? Winter.
Where do you put the PM?
Oh.
You have to say whether it's the AM side of the 12 or the PM side of the 12.
Do you use like military time in the rest of the world? Do they use like 1300 and 1400, or what do they do?
Yeah, we're like everything else. We're probably the only ones who do what we do, I suppose.
So
Yeah,
is that
one
what
of
Germany
these days
does?
we might learn that trick.
No, we tried that when I was in 7th grade, and by 8th grade it was gone.
Yeah, that just didn't take, did it? That just didn't take.
No, and this
We
is
are
how.
a little slow.
So in 6th grade, they said next year you're going to be learning metric, and my 6th grade teacher said, and this is, she was trying to explain the differences, and she said, well, it'll give you like an extra 2 swigs of pop out of a bottle, soda pop. You get a couple of extra swigs out. between that's how she was trying to describe metric versus quarts, you know.
Between quart and liter.
Quart and liter. Couple extra swigs of pop. Like, okay.
Winter uses it in everyday life.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, Winter. I ain't buying that. Metric doesn't make a bit of sense to
Well, base 12 doesn't really make sense either. I mean,
I watch a lot of my cooking videos are, Europeans, and they're always, and the first few times it happened, I thought, there's no way I could bake that chicken at 200 degrees, or I tried making a chicken at 200 degrees. It took like 5 hours.
And the other thing is, like on the baking shows, they always use a scale, so many grams of stuff, and they're just, they're instead of measuring, they're weighing everything, and it's like, oh my gosh.
And I really like distances and kilometers because I sort of remember to do 5/8.
Do they call you Jackie?
Do
they call you Jackie down there, or moms? I've never known. It's Jackie.
No, they like me.
I'm just trying to get this back to the beginning, and it's when I scoot it back.
What do they call you?
Starts. Oh well.
Okay. What did you say, Jamie? You like
I
kilometers?
said I'm doing distances when it's kilometers, and I sort of use the 5/8 against the kilometers to figure out what speed I'm supposed to be going. It was always interesting driving down in Mexico.
Winter, my American friend sent me funny cups to be able to cook his recipe. So Winter, so you use a scale when you measure when you cook stuff? You just use a scale and go by grams? Is that what you do?
Winter doesn't want to. I'd love to get her to come on here, but she's concerned about her accent. My autocorrect messes with capital letters.
Well, before we go,
she said yes. Yes.
Yes, she does cook that way. Okay.
Charlie Kirk thing.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people are saying that they believe that he was going to do a political 180 and take Turning Point with him.
And that's why.
And
I do know he was the one thing that was true. He was one of the big ones wanting the Epstein files released.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when it didn't happen, and he started complaining, and Trump reached out to people like him and some of the other influencers and he brought him to Mar-a-Lago, and they had a meeting, and he was convinced by Trump that everything would be fine. And then when nothing changed, on just the few days before that assassination, he had been telling people that he was going to go back to clamoring for the Epstein files. That much I think is pretty well established.
Well, also the meeting they had, it was like an intervention, I guess, with a bunch of big donors, because he was also like getting on the Gaza as a genocide kick.
Mm-hmm.
And they did, and so a lot of his big donors had like basically an intervention with him, and he said he was afraid that Israel was going to kill him.
Oh wow! Well, murder. Agri wants to know murder munchies is about cannibalism.
I have covered cannibalism cases, but no, I'll post more. I'm working on a series right now that's a digital series, so it's all crimes that were committed with a basis of different digital forms. So there's going to be 8 of them. I've written 8 episodes, so it's a task to do, and it's hard to do when a kid is on spring break because he likes to be in the background making noises.
Oh,
yeah, I bet.
And I don't want to talk about some cases around him because it's very disturbing.
Sure.
Well, we've burned up another hour. Anybody else got anything else? I'm gonna end up with Mom's Mabley.
Well, I took all of my stuff out of the seed snails, and they're
the seed.
They're in their little toilet paper rolls.
And you posted a picture of that, didn't you? I meant to save that.
I tried to post a picture after they were out, and I couldn't get anything to go through yesterday. I don't know what. I think it was my phone though. I think it just hadn't. I think it was my phone. Which it shouldn't be, because I've got
read what Merlin said about being an AI.
Okay. And I'll actually have I have an episode that I'm re-recording. That's a fun one that I will put up today.
Okay.
And because that
it's a historical one.
And I've got short links to both of you, just trailmix.cc/Jamie or trailmix.cc/Katie.
Well, Katie's going to have one when something bad happens to Merlin, because I'm going to be the prime suspect because I don't like Merlin. or Silas. So I'm going to be the prime suspect.
Oh boy.
I take down the AI.
Where do you find your full site so that I can go there rather than just the individual link that he posts? Because I want to know how to catch you when you do away with
I don't
them.
have one yet.
She hadn't done one
yet. I don't have one yet.
That's why we say she's exclusively available on TrailMix.
For the moment. I have a really good friend that's helping me build one. So
we just crossed 400. We saved 400 souls today.
Woo!
Right there. 400 in the room. Right.
Come on, Trail Mix, and talk to us.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're that other guy who shall remain nameless.
What should we name him?
Fry Daddy 2. Fry Daddy 2.0.
Fry Daddy 2.0. I like it.
He who remains nameless.
He who should not be named, like in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I had enough of that dude. I gave him a chance. But anyway, he's on shadow down here. So. Yeah. Okay, that was fun.
All right. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
So long, everybody. And this is Mom's Mabley being asked about how they think of her in the South. And it's as with a lot of Mom's Mableys, you have to kind of hang on for the punchline because she strings it out. But it's always worth the wait, in my opinion. Oh, I got to do it over here. That's where I do it. All right.
Jackie down there or Mom's? I've never known. It's Jackie.
No, they like me down there, to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, they like me so well because they named that, what that man got that horse in the moon picture, that Western man.
Who? Roy Rogers?
Roy Rogers, they named Roy Rogers' horse.
Trigger.
Yeah.
That's what they call you in the South?
Yeah. Here where I go, hello, Trigger. What you saying, Trigger? At least I think that's what they say.